Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Round 951, and I'm here to bring or to do a thank you video. Thank you video to Adrian. Adrian's a good friend of mine, and we do a lot of trading with MSIAs, and I've sold him a couple figures in the past, and he's just a real good, loyal trader and a good friend. So this was a thank you video going out to him and just showing what exactly I got from the trade. So basically, if you guys seen recently, I picked up a Battlescar Zeus Gundam, and Adrian's like an avid collector. Like, he collects extremely rare figures and all sorts of MSIAs, primarily only American release. So he's a really good collector. And when he does trade, he doesn't mess around. Like, he trades the best he has, and like when you're trading with Adrian, he doesn't give you any junk figures or anything, because when he buys his figures, he buys them with the intention of them being like in pristine condition. So I could see that with the figures he traded my Battlescar Zeus for. So again, I traded my Battlescar Zeus, plus I gave him an extra figure because he's such a good trader. I just didn't want to. I felt like just the Battlescar Zeus alone wasn't enough to. I felt like I was getting a lot more than I was giving to him, so I decided to give him another figure along with it, the trade. So let's check out what I got. So we'll start over here, and as you can see, I got from the trade I got 5 figures, 5. And the first one is a Zaku 2 American release Magella tank, Magella attack Zaku deluxe edition set, loose, and it's 100% complete. He just forgot to send the missile pods, because he sent the little things that go around the leg to kind of make the missile pods look like they're attached to it, or at least hanging on. So he's going to send those in the mail later, but it's 100% complete. You can see the weapons are in like really good condition. Like, usually these things are all bent from being put in storage or something. This is really straight. Especially the Zaku 2 machine gun. Usually the stock in front has some bending in it, and it's not bent at all. And including the monocle or the sight usually gets bent as well. And I've had brand new in-box Japanese figures where the sight is actually bent already from coming out of the box, and even the stock in the back is like really good. So you can see this guy takes care of his stuff and he doesn't mess around. Same with this Magella top tank cannon. This thing is in really good condition. It's basically just been on display for most of its life. And again, it even comes with the little missile pod, little straps that go around the leg. And usually those get lost after so many years because they're just so kind of useless in a way. And of course, you get your heat hawk, good condition, just a little bent, but it happens. And MSIA plastic's very durable, so it could bend back really easily. But you can see how shiny the paint is on this thing. Like, it looks like it's never been even used at all. It's crazy. And I got everything accessories wise. I got the actual tank in really good condition, no scratches, no just a bit dusty, but that happens when you put your figures on the shelf. Comes with the the dop's in pretty good condition, not bad. Probably just needs a little bit dusting off, and that's about it. Other than that, dop's in really good condition as well. Also came with the lug-in. And usually the lug-in, some stuff might get lost, such as these little radar things. They come off and they could get lost. As well as this thing could get lost because it seems kind of useless. But basically, this goes under the lug-in, and the mobile suits could just hang on to it like a little rope coming out of a helicopter, to say. And you get this attachment where you could put the top half of the Zaku and combine it and make it like a Zaku tank, which is really cool. And last but not least, you get your Zaku cannon that goes on the back of the Zaku. It's a really nice accessory, and it's only really it's exclusive only for the deluxe set of the Zaku 2, which is, again, it's a really expensive set and can be really tough to find. So that's a great trade. Just alone, it's got me kind of like, oh, you know what? I love Zaku's, and I would love to have another American release Zaku 2. They're really awesome, but they're just so hard to get because The only way you got these guys was if you purchased the deluxe edition, which is like back then was like around $25 or more. So very tough to find set. Next figure is the Gundam Blue Astray. I know you guys can see the red Astray already. Basically, he also included 2 of the Astrays, red and blue, and the red was from his own personal collection. I gotta say, Adrian, that thing looks beautiful. Like, it's in. I couldn't have asked any more for the condition it's in, man, because this thing is looking good. But I'll go over the Blue Astray first. Blue Astray is in good condition too. It's hard to find these guys. It has like some little bends on the shield, but I mean, this is nothing I would cry over. It's still really good condition. Like, paint wise, there's no little scratches or anything, so the figure itself looks really clean. Just a little dusty, but other than that, it's really clean. And I can't tell the difference with the hands, so I just kind of put like the milky white to the red Astray and the lighter white to the blue Astray, because I feel like they're the same color, but then they're not. So it's kind of hard to differentiate the hands by color. And came with his beam sabers, and his beam saber hilts are on the back of his on the back of him on his backpack. He comes with his 2 closed fists, 2 hands, 1 for the 2 for the beam sabers, and the 2 trigger fingers for the strike beam rifle. So very nice, and it's looking real good, Adrian. I love the blue Astray, but what I love even more than the blue Astray is the red Astray. And take a look at this guy. This guy is in like spectacular condition. Like I said, Adrian, I couldn't ask for more, man. This thing looks beautiful, man. It's really clean. You look on the figure, there's no paint scratches or anything. I mean, it's just a really clean and like really kept up good condition for the figure. Yeah, it smells like it's still brand new out of the box, man. It's unbelievable. And again, this one comes with 2 closed fists and 2 open hands for the beam sabers. And the sabers are here, and the hilts are on the back as well. And then 2 trigger hands, and the trigger hands I usually just use for the katana. The katana itself is in really good condition too. I'll take that out real quick if it lets me, because it fits pretty snug, so that's good. Sometimes you have pieces that aren't snug and they just kind of loose, and it makes the figure feel cheap. So I mean, this sword looks, oh my god, I'm trying to pull it out. So take a look at the sword. This thing looks super clean. Like, for the age of it being loose, like not in box, this can compare basically to a brand new in box Japanese one. So I gotta say, Adrian, man, when you got this thing, you got it in good condition, and you freaking took care of it, man. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate these figures, man. But that's not it, guys. I mean, he went the extra mile with this one, I gotta admit. And here he is right here. So as you can see, we got 2 blue figures here. We have a blue Leo, and the blue Gog's holding the blue Leo, like, hey, I'm gonna eat you, and then he's like, hey, watch out, pointing the finger at you. But yeah, guys, on top of that, on top of everything, he also included a well, I'll say the blue Leo for last to kind of explain that. But the main trade basically was these 4 figures, and I was kind of skeptical, because I was like, you know what, man, like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to trade my Battlescar Zeus, because he's rare and all that, and like, he's hard to get. But then I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, he's brand new in box, and he's not loose. And for me, when I'm collecting, I like to have loose figures so I can actually hold them and pose them, and sometimes play with them. But I mean, I don't know, for me it was kind of hard to do the trade, but once I did, I was like, you know what, again, this is another figure that's going to go to a better owner that could appreciate it more, that's brand new in box, than I could. So I was happy to do the trade, and this is my first GOG ever, first loose GOG, and on top of that, it's blue. So as you guys know, the submarine GOG or the blue GOG, it's really tough to find. I mean, it's one of those rollout colors, such as the Desert Zaku 2 or Desert Goof or Real Type Gun Tank, Real Type RX-78, so on. And it's just a really tough figure to find. And it's one of those figures that I really prize among collectors. And when collectors see it, they're like, oh my god, like that's one of the holy grails. Not holy grails, but it's one of the top figures when in collecting. It's like if you have that, you're a serious collector, and you don't mess around. So the blue gogs are just really tough to find for some reason. I mean, they were only American release, so that already limits the market to only really finding them in the States, or possibly some other places that had American release figures. And on top of being only American release, the color or the distribution of them was so scarce that finding one nowadays, 10 plus years later, still intact, in good condition, it's really tough to find them. So having the blue gog loose, I think, is a challenge, and finding one brand new in box is even crazier, because a lot of kids bought these as toys, and there's probably some people as collectors, if they had more than one, they'll probably like, oh, I'll get one brand new in box just to have it. So it's crazy just to have one in front of me. I can't get my head wrapped around the idea. And on top of that, it's funny because since it's my first GOG, it's also a 01 unit, if you can see there. So I thought that was pretty cool. The GOG's just a really cool looking figure, and in its blue color, it just looks amazing. So Adrian, thank you. I can't thank you enough for these. And these figures just look amazing, and the condition is just it's top notch, man. You definitely deliver when you trade, so I appreciate that, man, and I can't say thank you enough. And Adrian even went the extra mile, because we kind of had like an idea. I had he was looking for Heavy Arms version 2, and I had one I bought a while back, like when I was early collecting, and I was trying to say, I was trying to look for a Zaku or something. I'm like, hey, if you have a spare Zaku, spare GM, I'll trade you my 100% complete Heavy Arms version 2. And it was like, well, we don't have any. Well, he didn't have any extra, and then he sold some of his GMs a while back, and I'm like, so I wasn't sure. But then I started thinking about him, like, I'm gonna just give it to him, because he's a good trader, and as I can see, he delivers every time. So I ended up trading it to him, and he was having a bad day that day. So seeing the Heavy Arms like really cheered him up, and I was glad I was able to make his day. So in return, he thanked me by sending me a blue Leo, and I was just like, what? Like, I'm like, man, you don't have to do that. Like, I was like, the trades were good enough, and he just didn't have to do that. So I mean, he sent his own blue Leo from his own personal collection. I was like, hey, man, thank you. I can't say thank you enough. I mean, this blue Leo is clean, honestly. It looks, like I said, this one also looks like another brand new box figure. There's like no dust on it or anything. This thing looks like it was basically unboxed, unboxed like the day before or something. He shipped it out. So this thing is like extremely clean, and I can't say thank you enough, Adrian. It's 100% complete, of course, because Adrian don't mess around. He does only American release figures, and when he does American release, he wants to try to get them 100% complete in like pristine good condition. So Adrian is the trader go to if you guys are serious about doing some good trades. If you could offer good stuff, he could offer good stuff in return. And again, 100% complete. It has its little glider that goes on the back of it to help it fly, even as a ground type. So yeah, so Adrian, man, this is crazy, dude. I can't thank you enough, man. This stuff, I think I'm definitely happy I was able to give the Battlescar Zeus and have it go to a better home, because like I said, for me, I can't really appreciate brand new in box figures as much as I do loose figures, and I'm glad I was able to help, and yeah, man. So again, thank you, Adrian. This video is straightly just to be a thank you towards you, and just to show what figures I got and how well you take care of your figures, and I appreciate that, man. So I think that's about it for this video, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and again, I want to say thank you again to you, Adrian, and I hope to do some more trading with you soon in the future, which will probably be sooner than later. And yeah, so hope to see you on my next video, guys, and until then, peace.